Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Monday, July 9th, and we are entering our second, full week of Big Brother. And big time blindside about to happen today. The last time, I don't think I talked to you guys yesterday, so this is the first time talking to you on this since we did our podcast on Saturday. It was a 2.5 hour long podcast. It is, as I talk to you right now, the episode is number 12 on iTunes. iTunes is the craziest, weirdest thing to try to figure out how the hell they come up with this stuff. They, our podcast is and this is in TV and film, by the way, so we don't, there's no way in the world we'll ever be an overall great, super high podcast, so we look at our specific category, which I think the highest an episode or our podcast ever got was number 2. I don't think we've ever hit number 1, and that was a few years ago. Obviously, there's a lot more podcasters out there than there were several years ago. But as of this morning, Saturday's episode was number 12 in episodes. So, yay, good thing. I'd like to see it go higher. It will drop down after today probably, as there's other people who, more content keeps coming out. It's always getting replaced by something new. So, but number 12 is awesome. It's cool to be like among the likes of NPR and all these other, you look at the other podcasts that are in the same general area, and it's like, wow, these are like national things, and we're just a little place. Most of those podcasts are members of big podcasting organizations. We ain't. We're just us and ourselves, nobody else. So, thank you to everyone that has listened to the podcast. Thank you for the people that leave the reviews. We appreciate all that stuff. On with talking about Big Brother. Yesterday, relatively quiet in that, there's talk going on. They started doing Rachel's punishment, finally. She got the yell punishment, or she picked the yell punishment, which they showed on last night's TV show. And we aren't getting to see it. All we know is that the feeds will go dark every once in a while, and the guy will come out and just scream and yell at Rachel. She's having a good time with it, though. She's yelling back. They interrupted her in the diary room once. Scott predicts, and I'm giving him credit for it because I hadn't even thought of it, but I'm sure it's going to happen, that during today's Power Veto, there's going to be an interruption, and the yeller's going to come in, just like they did the Amazon thing with Fessy. Once you figure out something that's funny to do, let's just do it over and over again until all of us can predict it. Here comes the sneeze. Hang on, be right back. Okay, we did learn last night that on the show that Tyler, as we predicted, did win the power. He picked In the Cloud, which I obviously, as those of you that follow me on Twitter know, I had a complete fit about. Others kept telling me, it's not that big a thing, it's not that big a thing. Okay. Those of you that have known me for a long time, or for several years, know that during Big Brother 16, I was actually a huge fan of Derek. I was like, he's running this, he is running this place. And people were screaming at me, it's boring. He's getting them to all do what they want to do. It's so boring. We hate this show. We want more drama. We want more blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, Tyler is going, in my opinion, going to slip into a Derek kind of a player. And I think CBS is already starting to see it because they're already giving him the genius edit where they show him plotting and planning and explaining all of his steps, kind of like they did with Paul last year. So, I'm just saying, you guys want a little bit of drama, you may not want Tyler to have such an easy road, because him getting this app helps him. Now, I expected him to get it, and I'm not mad that he got it, as much as I was like, wait. Sam got the first one, and it was for 4 weeks. Okay? And that means she's got 3 weeks left. Actually, she has she has three evictions left, is how I would look at it, even though double evictions I guess shouldn't count. They should have been evictions, not weeks, but that's another thing. So Sam has 3 weeks left with her power. Tyler gets this power for 8 weeks. Now, in theory, it started on Friday. So, if you forget the fact that there's going to be midweek evictions and stuff before September, because by the way, this power will go into September. He only can play it once, and yes, he has to announce it before the actual ceremony. So there's a potential that he won't expect to be nominated, and so he won't use it, and he'll suddenly find himself nominated. Also, if he uses it at the nomination ceremony, well, A, they're going to know he has the power, and B, then they can use it on him at the eviction, at the power veto. So unless the best case would be for him to think that they're going to try to backdoor him and use it on that particular one. So, no, it's not as big a power as you might think, but 8 weeks, I just don't like the fact that there's going to be this power lingering around for 8 weeks. That's my whole issue. When they do this stuff at the beginning of the most recent seasons, it's something that's lasted for the first 4 weeks, and then it's done and gone, and it's moved on. Having this power linger around all season, assuming he doesn't maybe not have to use it, they'll just bring it up and talk about it, and at some point the house guests are going to forget that it's there. They don't, they're not going to remember, wait, one of those powers didn't get used. Who still has that power? Or maybe the diary room will keep reminding them in their questions. I don't know. But that's why I was so annoyed, so up in arms. And I also really don't like the fact that they are not telling us what these powers are. I don't, it's one thing for the house guests to be in the dark because they've seen the names. It's another thing for us not to know, and also for how long are they? That's my bigger issue. I mean, honestly, it's probably all legit. The save yourself or save the extra life was probably for 4 weeks. This was probably for 8 weeks, but that's just really weird that they're different time lengths. And people are like, well, no, you shouldn't know. I'm saying if you want to go down the conspiracy road, you say, CBS knew that Tyler was getting it because they knew the votes before they put it up there. They could just decide that this time we're going to make it for 8 weeks. So maybe every app said it was good for 8 weeks, no matter which one he picked. Now, based on who gets the next one, by the way, side note, the Real Vegas account popped back up this morning and said that Bailey was a close second to Tyler. I'm completely stupefied that was the case. I can't believe it, but all right, fine. I thought Swaggy would be a closer second than Bailey, but okay, Bailey was a close second. That means that there's a high chance she might get it next Thursday. So, what if Bailey gets it? Do they say, you know what, we don't want to give her that power for as long, so we're going to change them from 8 weeks to 4 weeks before she walks in? It's just a conspiracy thing to think about. I really don't think they're manipulating things like this, but there's also no reason why they cannot tell us what each power is and how long it lasts, because we can't communicate with the house guests inside the house. If somebody wants to communicate with them, they will tell them Tyler has the power, Sam has the power, not the power, pick this power because it's 9 weeks or 8 weeks or 7 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever. Okay? So I would just like to know. And then that would alleviate those doubts in my mind. Until then, there will be doubts, and I will express those doubts. What else? Swaggy has no idea that he's going to get blindsided. That side of the house that's left that doesn't know about the blind side that's coming up today in the power veto thinks that Angela is going to go up because Tyler won the power veto and he is going to use it. And Caitlin is all on board with putting up Swaggy because she feels like she was, the bottom person with the Swaggy. She's been disrespected by Swaggy. Yes, those thoughts have been partially fueled by Tyler. So, remember that mastermind edit. So expect today, Power Veto should happen if they do this Rachel thing. Rachel's first thing came about noon, about 12:30 maybe, is when she got hit the first time. So the last time should be by 12:30 today, which translates to like 3:30 Big Brother time. So I would expect the Power Veto to happen before 4 p.m. Eastern, before 1 p.m. Big Brother time. I'd expect it to happen. It may not. They fudge the 24-hour thing when they do these things. But don't be surprised if the Power Veto meeting happens and then all heck is going to break loose. I'm not going to be able to watch because I'm going to be at work. So hope you have the live feeds and you can tune in. You can always use Flashback. You still don't have the live feeds? What? Are you crazy? You're missing the best part of the season. Go to free.bigbrothergossip. Or no, free. No, it won't work. I mean, it'll get you Big Brother Gossip, but it won't. There's no link there. But if you go to bigbrothergossip.com and choose a link to get the live feeds, that'll work. But you can also go to just a direct link is free.bigbrotherlivefeeds.com and sign up. Get your free 1-week trial. You can use Flashback. You can go back to see the stuff you missed, provided you're on a PC or Mac, tablets, and mobile devices. A little bit more work. You can use Flashback on this, but it takes some more work. Tweet at me if you have a mobile device and you don't understand how to make Flashback work so you can go back and catch stuff you've missed. I will explain it in tweets, or I have a YouTube video that is still fairly valid at explaining it. All right? What else? So, Haley knows that Swaggy is getting backdoored because she kind of guessed it when Caitlyn kind of said, I'm going to make a big move. And then Haley said she wasn't going to tell anybody, but Haley did tell Rockstar because, I'm just going with Rockstar, forget the, whatever. Did tell Rockstar because she and Rockstar are kind of gotten close now, so she told Rockstar's what's going on. So Rockstar's jaw dropped. That made an animated GIFs out there. She now knows that what's coming. She had several opportunities yesterday to tell Fessy, because to tell Fessy this is going to happen, and she never did. She never told Fessy this is what's going to happen. So, because Fessy's not going to be happy. And, but I have a feeling, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But she never told him. Because if Fessy knew, he would be campaigning to Caitlyn like, what the hell are you doing? But right now, he doesn't know. So he's going along because he thinks Angela's going up. So, yeah. So Rockstar didn't tell Fessy. So Rockstar seems to be going along with the plan as well to get out Swaggy. Or she thinks maybe that she can turn the house against Winston. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Swaggy's going to end up getting voted out. And guess what? Sam ain't going to be saving Swaggy with her power. And Tyler couldn't even do it. He's not going to do it because he wants Swaggy out. So, that's going to happen today. Caitlyn is indeed cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She also uses her sexual... she uses her womanly ways. She tries to use her womanly ways on people. She did indeed, as we kind of talked about briefly on Saturday. I'm very convinced now that she did say what we thought she said to Fessy under the blankets. And because later on, she and Fessy were having a conversation about a roller coaster, and it was not a roller coaster they were talking about. And Fessy basically saying, you couldn't handle the roller coaster. We'd have to stop mid-ride. You can draw your own conclusions. But they were talking about stuff, and Caitlyn is definitely hitting on the guys and trying to use that as a part of a way to sway them. Last night, multiple sources reported that she was writing with her finger, I want to kiss you, on Tyler's arm. And Tyler basically was saying, we have to wait until after the show. Because I guarantee you, Tyler is not thinking, I want to kiss you too. And I don't mean that. I mean, Tyler is thinking, yeah, I'm getting messed up. I'm not doing this. And I don't think Tyler wants to. But Tyler is putting her off. Fessy didn't put her off. I think Fessy's thinking, we can do some stuff after the show. Tyler's thinking, no, we're not doing anything. But it's the fact that Caitlyn is doing this as a way to try to get away. Now, maybe she told her boyfriend going into the show, I am going to hit on the men. I am going to do what I have to do. I'm not actually going to do anything, but I'm going to imply I'm willing to as a way to get them to come and see things my way. I mean, hey, it's possible. So, yeah, I imagine we'll talk about this next Saturday because Caitlyn is, I don't know who she's going to hit on next. I don't think Winston or Brett are going to have anything to do with her. And JC is not going to have any interest, obviously. So, and Scotty, well, I don't know. Scotty, I don't know. Maybe if she needs to go to another guy, if she's looking for support. I don't know. Could be interesting. But, yeah, Caitlyn, crazy. Okay, so one other thought. I really do not want Swaggy to go this week. I think he has a lot of drama in him. I think he may go on Thursday. I do think Winston will step up and fill that void. He's got the potential. He's on this. He thinks he's on this. Well, he's on the same side of the house as Tyler, but that ain't gonna last for very long. And as soon as Swaggy is gone, that's the problem. As soon as Swaggy is gone, who's gonna step up? And that alliance will be decimated and possibly picked off one by one. They already lost Steve. Scotty's not gonna. Scotty's gonna be swayable still. Sam is with Tyler. You're running out of people on that other side. Even we're talking after the second person leaves, I'm saying you're running out of people. But that was a 5-person alliance, and then it became 6. But yeah, so it's not going to be good, guys. It's gonna not going to be good. That's it. I am arriving at my destination. Big drama happening this afternoon. Tune in, check it out. Those of you that are, I said I was going to do this the first couple of weeks. So those of you that are new, picking this little Mike's CarCast up for the first time, just know, my name. I'm Mike. I'm drifting into my Periscope introduction. I'm not going to do that. Just to understand that this is my one-person CarCast. It's in addition to the Periscopes that I do in afternoons and the podcast that myself, Scott, and Colette do on Saturdays. And so check those out as well. If you have any questions, holler at me on Twitter. My Twitter account is BBGOSSIP. And I do respond to, I would say, virtually every tweet. If I don't respond to your tweet and it was an honest-to-goodness question, either a billion other people have asked the same question, or you think it's a I don't know. I generally respond to everything. There have been a couple of times where I get things that just people are just digging at me to annoy me, and I just kind of ignore them. I think someone called me stupid yesterday or the day before. Somebody said something and I just muted them because it's like, okay, I don't. Or no, what I know what it was. Because I wasn't talking about something they wanted me to talk about, and it's like, okay, don't tell me what to discuss. I can figure out what's a good topic to discuss, and it was something, whatever. All right, Grumpy Mike is starting up, and I need to go. So, you guys have a good Monday. If you can have a good Monday, I hope you do. My Monday will be okay. I'm back at work, so hopefully it's a painless Monday. I would love to. I would love for the Power Veto meeting to be held off until, like, I don't know, 5:30 Eastern. Hold it till 2:30, please, Big Brother. Just wait until about 2:30 Eastern for the Power Veto so I can actually see it live. Because it's going to just distract me totally when it happens, and I'm going to be like, no, I want to see this. I want to see Swaggy going off. I hope Swaggy goes off. I hope he makes raises the biggest amount of stink as possible. But he ain't going to stay. That's the problem. There's no way anybody's going to keep him. There's no way they're going to vote out Winston. So, yep. All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.